Okay. Apologies for the incredibly late start time. I blame Evo, of course, completely. Let's get this started. I remember how to play this. Come on. Ready for more ADC? No, we're not playing Starfield yet. This place takes me back. Oh, actually, we've already read this. Skip event. So I do legitimately apologize for the late start time. It kind of actually is Evo's fault, but it's okay, because I could see what she was doing. Evo was trying desperately to delay the launch of the Starfield run. And honestly, isn't that worth it by itself? Yeah, exactly. Doesn't that just make sense? She know what we're about to get into. Listen, Crazers, all I'm saying is death to all. But no, for real, that is actually what was happening last night. Or not last night, just now. I was like, getting ready to work, and she's like, hey, can you help me with this problem with the X-Stand? I was like, yeah, sure. And then she said, listen, I hate you, the X-Stand, and I want it all to die and burn. And I want you to write, like, the most horribly evil thing ever. And I'm like, well, but no. She's like, no, Lord, you will write this evil, or I will destroy everything. And I'm like, but I don't want to write this evil. Good Lord. Oh, yeah. Actually, I will give Evo credit. She hasn't fallen into the same thing I've noticed most of the writers do. Star Trek and Star Wars writers do this too. They get into this mentality, right? Okay. Sure, that's a cycle. Okay. And we're dead. Actually dead. When they're given leave to write for something, the first thing they do is they try to break the rules. Like, so for example, just a random made-up example. If we say that warp 10 is as fast as you can go in Star Trek, one of the first things the writers like to do is break the warp 10 barrier. That's a real example, by the way. They did that in TNG, for example, in Where No One Has Gone Before, which you remember is in Season 1 of TNG. And if you don't understand the significance of that, that warp 10 barrier was established as part of the omnibus of TNG. So, one of the first rules they established, don't go warp 10, and it was one of the first rules they tried to break. I don't know if it's just because humans are contrarian by nature, but it's really, really common for a writer to you know, be brought into a setting and be like, I want to do such and such. That's against the rules. For example, someone, no names, who was writing a story at one point in time for the X-Stand, for me, wanted to have a story about a recovering drug addict in a dark and gritty kind of a everything is awful sort of a way. I'm like, oh, okay. Strange how much of this I remember. You must be muscle memory. You're a natural athlete, after all. I can do like 50 sit-ups. That's it? What about you, Akasha? Athletic or not so much? I lack a clear understanding of the concept. I simply will it, and I can go anywhere. Do anything. Really? Man, I'm so jealous. I am amazing. However, there are many things you experience that I cannot. I'm unsure, but I think I might be jealous of you, too. You are? I look at the world around us and I feel nothing. But you do, correct? Well, yeah, I guess I do. Mostly I feel like they need to end all this so everyone can be happy again. As I say, 50 sit-ups isn't a lot, sorry. But yeah, like, Star Wars is absolutely replete with writers like that. Trihexi is quite correct. I cannot tell you how many Star Wars writers have been told, all right, here's how the Force works, and here's how the setting works. And they're like, okay, let's break that immediately. I do agree with Dakota. That is mostly the fault of, you know, the editor's inability to rein in the peoples and just say no. Really hate those banlings. This ties into something else I've talked about, that a lot of writers really love the idea of their story being the big one, the big galactic threat. You know, the destruction of all the everythings ever. Because their story's the big one. Gosh, you're basically a goddess, right? I am not. But you can go anywhere anytime, like poof. We're within a digital world with accurate coordinate data that is theoretically possible. Right. Can you turn off gravity? Possible, yet impossible. The simulation is no longer a simulation if it does not simulate that which it simulates. Thus feasible, but impossible. Being digital divinity is harder than I thought. Given two options, which would you prefer? Unfeasible feasibility or infeasibility in its purest form? Enough! I didn't sign up for philosophy. So, yeah! Wow, it sure is cool how this world's so much more liberating than the real one. And yet you wish to return. Yeah, I do. It's where I come from. It just feels right. I would enjoy a change of scenery. Well, if I came here, I'm sure it's no problem for you to go there. I will endeavor for a means to do so. The story is impeccable, really. Of course. Thanks for the gotcha game. Hey, Five. I admit, Woo, as I've said many times before, what I'm actually tired of is bad writing, not, you know, the big one thing. Problem is, most of the time, writers, when they want to do the big one, they're writing badly. So, go figure. Listen, I've got it. We're going to have a whole fleet of Star Destroyers, and every single one of them has a Death Star laser. Okay. And yeah, Squadrons is honestly a good example of this, because Squadrons should have been, and functionally was, a small-scale story. But they treated it like, oh my god, the entire fate of the entire known galactic universe is dependent upon whether or not we manage to defend this superweapon project from those evil, evil people who wish to stop us from making a superweapon. Oh my god, that is a really fast bread melt. I have to go up top. Go, go, go. Oh, bull crap. I was right there. That's true. Bloodborne is definitely an example of relatively small scale storytelling. I agree with that. God damn it, get out of my way! Ah! He was just like, no, I got HP for days, boy. Okay. Fine, I'm just gonna ignore you then. This is great what's happening here. This is fantastical. Nope, that was the wrong time. Jesus, this is just ridiculous. Nope, that was also the wrong time. Ugh. God damn it. I hate everything about this stage. Ugh! It's okay, you were saving us from Starfield, Evo. I understand your sacrifice. Oh my god. There's no avoiding that. Yeah, no, that's just death. Yes, X. Mega Man is always worth it. Oh, you're welcome to. I do enjoy doing so. And it is 100% your fault. And definitely not mine. For sleeping in. So I'm trying not to get sick. I'm slowly failing at that, by the way. My throat's just slowly getting worse. My headaches are slowly getting worse. Like, I'm not at the point that my nieces were at yet, but man, I'm working on it. Okay, this is cool. These are really fast conveyors, by the way. You haven't seen them yet. Perspective, this is me dashing on the conveyor. Okay, boss 2. Do we have to do this whole fight all over again? Org. Who's there? Organic life form. Organic life from whom? Organic life form. Organic life form. Why is it laughing? Did I miss the punchline, or squash life form enables something comes out? Yeah, that thing is gross. Gross. Smash it quick. Smash it. Smash it. Okay. No, you don't do that, Evo. I was poking fun. Although the example I made was a real one. Of someone who wanted to have this gritty thing. I was fine with it within reason, but a better example would be there was another writer who I will also not name, who wanted to do a story about how absolute truth wasn't the absolute truth. Taking one of the fundamental underpinnings of the entire setting and proving it wrong. Because it bothered him that that particular rule existed. Again, the contrarian thing, right? I'd say yes, Ect. Good morning, Benson. That's more what I'm talking about. Like, I mean, imagine doing a story set in the Star Wars in which the Force doesn't exist. That's kind of the equivalent there. Hey, I kept the Force intact. Under protest. No, I'm joking. I like the Force. I just wanted to find the damn thing, that's all. Is that so much to ask? Oh my god. Let's go back a couple of steps here. Regen for a second. Oh my gosh. Well, it sucks to be them, Evo. There's only one Force. My Force. Oh my god. Give me my time back, please. Thank you. I know some people disagree with me on this, but I actually think Lucas should have done exactly that. Defined the Force. I know he's had his attempts to define the Force over the years, but no, I mean, actually sit down and define the sucker. Oh my gosh. Okay. How am I supposed to get out of that nonsense? I'm not. There's no gap there. There's no gap. Yeah, he also keeps changing his mind on what the Force is, which doesn't help anything. Oh no, they would. But screw him, Evo. This is the Force. I'm kind of joking, but I am also being sincere. I really do think if you're going to introduce a setting underpinning like that, you probably should have defined it from the beginning. You know? I don't know how to deal with that. Nope, that's... I don't know how to get out of this. Okay. Oh, I'm looking forward to the negative comments in the Star Wars rewrite, believe us now. Like, I am anticipating it. What the hell was that? It's actually MSQ, believe it or not, Euro. This is just the next few stages. I mean, they're remix stages, but this is still continuing the plot or the story. However you want to do that. Damn it, that should not have hit me. Hurt boxes in this game are stupid. Actually, yeah, there's already been time travel in Star Wars. Spoilers. I'm totally right. We're beating this game today, 100%. Congrats, Triax. I don't want to touch it. Looks like all the other bots to me. Nuh-uh, this one's different. I concur with Hugo in this instance. No way, look at it. It's weird, it's gross. Hugo with me, right? I concur with Hugo in this instance. But, didn't we just have this conversation? Function over form. Well, you're the one who has to use it. If you don't mind, I guess it's alright. No, you're completely right, Evo. And completely wrong. At the exact same time. You know, if this was a game... Excuse me? The super secret version of a lava stage would be an ice stage, right? How could this is not a game? You sure? It kind of feels like one to me. Fundamentally, the principles are the same. And that makes this hard mode. No wonder it's tough. Fundamentally, this is hard mode. Can you just turn off the heat? Jiggle the temperature parameters? Or give me a fire resistance? That's a thing. Kaka, this is not a Japanese isekai power fantasy. Come on, it's basically the same thing. Oh, long as I gotta make do without cheat mode. Right, hang on a second. I am rather hyped, we'll just know. That's what I thought. I missed one of the script modules. How did I miss a script module? Yeah, I don't even care. No, I'm not repeating that stage. Actually, I'm 100% sure I know exactly where I skipped the module. I even thought about it at the time, and then I decided I didn't care. No, if I was a professional gamer, then I would have been unable to get past the tutorial. Yeah, I can do that. That guy right there, he was a professional gamer. Gotta always encourage robots to commit suicide. No, you've told me this before, Eva. Honestly, I don't know why you even want to write for my setting. My setting is super defined. Like, I'm amazed you even have interest in it, to be honest with you. I mean, the extant literally just means what exists, not what doesn't exist, or what is implied to exist. No, I didn't see it at all. I'm sorry, this game is a little bit ridiculous. Oh man, I love repeating games over and over and over again for no reason. And I wish people would stop spoiling that that's a thing in Starfield. I get it. You've already spoiled it. Thanks for ruining it. Okay, sub from Vancini for Empire of Sin, our BRPG block, and the RTS block. Thank you, Vancini, very, very much. Always appreciate. Right. Okay, okay. Game. Let me die, game. It's a game over. I get it. But you're speaking as a writer, Evo. I knew it! You've lost interest in the extant now that you've started writing for it. I knew it. I really hate that jump. I know I've complained about it constantly this entire game, but it bears repeating. I really hate that jump. It is the dumbest goddamn decision this game made. And I'm including her. She's pretty dumb, at least that's what the game keeps telling me. Exact. Out of my way! Oh my god! I honestly think I'd rather not have the wall jump than have that awful angle jump. It is so irritating. I have died more to the angle jump than I think anything else in this entire game. No, that's me debating if I'm going to give it a negative, but yeah, it's probably going to be a negative. I can do that. What? Oh, okay, I see what happened. That's really irritating. This game has such a great story. Let's just pause for a second, refill. So here's the story, okay? We have no idea where we are, or what we are, or how we are, or who we are, or anything whatsoever. But now we know everything, because bad writing. Any questions? It's hard to even properly explain if you didn't actually watch the cutscenes. Like, the whole game, there's been this big mystery about what's going on and why the town's being destroyed. And then we get to this one part, and she's just like, oh, yeah, obviously there's this simulation because the planet was being destroyed and the city's on the moon. And it's like, okay, working hard or hardly working? Thanks to your amazing help, I'm getting a workout here. I think I'm sweating to death. I would not recommend losing additional water weight. If you dried out any more, you'd be a mummy. Then how about, I don't know, turn down the heat? There's no temperature setting in here, meathead. It's all in your mind. You not see me sweating buckets? Yeah, sweat me a river. How about a standing ovation? I basically figured out why the security bots attacked you. Oh, you did? Hugo K7 is amazing. Clap, clap, clap. Yeah, that's my stuff. Go on, sing my praises. Wait a second. Okay, she said basically, not did. Oh, Hugo is useless. Boo. I'm going to reprogram you into a toilet. So, we're waiting. Have you figured it out or not? I added the basically because I don't have a proof yet. This is just a theory. The source of our little problem is most likely EXE Breaker. Yeah? Kahaku, this time I'm sure of it. Some sort of interference garbles your voice when you say its name. Huh? Really? Don't worry about it. It's just the symbolic link malfunctioning. But what now? EXE Breaker is off somewhere with Yuji happily chopping off a partition. In simple English, that sword you've got isn't EXE Breaker. You're calling the name of a sword that doesn't exist. We programmed this on the fly. It's not surprising little errors are popping up that could be fixed with a simple alias assign. Honestly, I think Boy Genius there is the one whose voice is garbled. I can't understand a word he says. Actually, what he says makes perfect sense. If you try to call a function that doesn't exist, it tends to go... Do you want to know the problem is, or do you want to be snarky? Yes, stop showing off your big boy brain and just tell me. Fine, I can't say for certain, but the root of the problem is likely stress. Excuse me? I know you're dumb, but I know you're deaf, too. You just wait, Hugo. One day I'm going to duct tape that obnoxious little mouth closed. EXE Breaker is a program designed to shut down the simulation. It's not a system that can feel anything approximating stress. You sure about that? Logically, yes. EB has such a cheeky personality, but I guess it was kind of sensitive after all. Personality? I don't listen to her. She's an idiot. Whatever the case, I still need to prove my theory. I'll be back to sleuthing. I can't believe it. You're actually helping. Yeah, but first I need a nap. Even I can tell you set yourself up for disappointment there. Yeah, I won't do it again. This dialogue is just... perfect. Tolkien went back in time and played this game to write Lord of the Rings. That's how good this is. Hugo, are you awake? Oh, wow, you actually thought I was serious about that nap? Gullible much. I knew it. Sleep's all in the mind here, right? Can you not parrot memory? Digital ghost or not, I do get tired. You tell Mom that too? Well, yeah. Annoying seems to run in your family. So what do you want? If you say nothing, I will seriously kill you. I think I've just about got what I needed from our chat. Huh? Don't worry about it. You and her are so alike. Ugh. Oh my god. I've heard some people defend the empty text thing as saying it's just Japanese. I kind of don't care, you know. I find that to be an invalid defense. Yes, I turned off voice acting. You're welcome. How the hell am I supposed to do this? Why can't I... Yeah, quite a few people... There we go. Wanted me to turn off the voice acting. Yeah, I don't care either. Oh, hey, it's my favorite section of the game. I can't wait to see this on hard mode. It's gonna be great. Oh my god. Alright. Stand know it's coming. Away. Okay, not what I was expecting. We made it. Haku, do you believe EB has a personality? Yeah, duh, like tons of it. Tons. Do you mean to imply he possesses multiple identities? No, he's just got one, but it's really colorful? Interesting. A program with a fully realized psyche. Speaking of which, you've gotten a lot of it too, Akasha. Personality? Yep. Intellectual rationalist on the outside, adorably awkward girl genius on the inside. You know, now I think about it, I bet a lot of people would kill to date you. I'm jealous. I have no interest or need for romantic entanglements. That line of line makes that sort of line right there is exactly what makes you such a hot item. Changing subject. What's your personality, Kahaku? Me? Isn't it weird to describe yourself? Besides, I'm not sure anyone could really pin me down. Initializing personality analysis subroutine. Wait, no, stop that. Shut it down. If you insist. Hey, come on, don't pound. Fine, fine. I give you permission to run your weird little subroutine. Just get it over with. Psychoanalyze me, Doc. You are strong-willed, indefatigable, a force of nature. Ooh, I like this. Keep going. Also selfish and combative. Yeah, it sounds... Wait, what? Recklessly confident. Was that a compliment, or... A mood maker with an infectious smile who brings cheer to those around her. Hey, are we done yet? Starting to feel awkward. To sum up, you're an adorably awkward girl genius. What? Where did you... Why would you... Wait a second! Is this payback for me putting you on the spot a minute ago? Manipulation subroutine test complete. A stunning success. Can't believe you tricked me. Yeah, I mean, that would be so difficult to do. Also, can I get a minor flex for one-shotting that extremely difficult section that took me like 50 deaths last time? I know I'm on, you know, actually have health mode, but God, can I get a flex for that, please? Just remember the boss of this area is the worst boss in the game. That's right, me. The worst. Ugh. Didn't the reset mess with your circuits like that last robot? That thing was gross. That's right, folk. Me circuit's got a makeover and I'm the new hottest thing. That settles it just as annoying as last time. Come rain to shine on me all the time. Great, the only one that didn't get worse is the one that was horrible to begin with. Come on, I'm cooling my jets here. Time for the revenge match of the century, and that make it hot, hot, hot. Sorry, I'm in a rush. Can you just, you know, not? You're saying you want me to power down when I'm charged up? Yes, please. That's a sort of fighting talk that gets my motor running. Let's see who gives up the ghost first. Me. Fight me, Otori. Ugh, you're so annoying. This really is the worst, was the worst boss of the game. We'll see how bad it is this time around. Kind of, Evo. It's one of those things where you have to play through, like, the hard mode to continue the story. But for all intents and purposes, we're still playing the same. You get it. It's Nier Automata, let's just put it that way. See, I'm the reverse here. I haven't heard any song I don't like yet. Or maybe the title script. But then I do like Dark Souls music, so hold on out. Why, Act? If you don't mind my asking. I mean, yeah, I could change the speed. I will. Alright. Who's ready for phase 2? Ugh. Just... Ugh. There's the thanks thing. So here you go. Here you go. Alright, back into it. So this is phase 2. It is exactly as irritating as it sounds. And yeah, if you get caught in the lava, you are pretty much dead. It is possible to recover sometimes from falling in the lava. Not always. Oh, that's great. Oh, damn it. That was weird, chat. Yeah, no mid-mission checkpoint, which is actually the really irritating part here. Phase 1 isn't actually all that bad, and Phase 2 isn't all that bad. But the fact that you have to redo all of Phase 1 every time you screw up Phase 2, and it's really easy to screw up Phase 2. Oh, there you go. You notice he hasn't even given me a weak point yet. He also has a lot of attacks that are very difficult to dodge, like, say, that one. Notice he still has not given me a weakness phase. Yeah, just now. Holy crap. I can't believe I one-shot that. Are you done yet, Act? Can I put it back to normal? You're too hot to handle. You beat me so bad everything's gone cold. Does that mean this is over? Finally. You know what's waiting for you, right? I think I've got an idea. Just scrap this junk already, please. We can't get the shell script module until we do. Their voice calling to me like the sweet song of an angel. An angel? Him? Yeah, whatever. It won't be necessary. What? Huh? Cat, is that you? I just... Sure. That's a thing that might as well be happening. I'm going to admit I don't agree, Act, but if you could give me a reason of why you think that way, I could listen at least. I went to all that effort to overclock you, and still you failed me. Pathetic. Haku, take this, run. The shell script module. Give that here, Kohaku. For I am the evil... He has the color scheme of the freaking sword. We know it's the EXE breaker. No. Run. Go, collect all the modules. You've got too much fire to let it go. You can do this. You have outlived your usefulness. I'll show you with this spark. I'll be the biggest fire you've ever seen. What? Okay. I'm not even gonna question that. Yeah, so EXE... So who called it yesterday that EXE Breaker's the final boss? Ugh. Hope it's okay. Who cares? The guy in the blue and black is what you should be worried about. What was his deal? Yeah, it's bothering me too. He was obviously Yuji, but... You saw his mask, right? No, I'm blind. Forget it. Throwing out vague theories isn't productive. It's EXE Breaker. Sorry, I'm gonna go disappear, do some sleuthing. Don't bother me. Yeah, what do you think, Akasha? He was a confusing entity. Yuji, but not Yuji. Yeah, it's called possession. You ever heard of that? Nah, hold on a second. I want to test something really quick. Like, I'll take the feedback act. It's just, you know... What do y'all think in chat? No thoughts. Only sword. Wait, that's just fighter all over again. I mean, kinda, yeah, Noctis. It really does make me what they were thinking when they made the story. I don't mean that as an insult. I mean, I kind of do. But I mean that as a sincere question. Like, what were they actually thinking when they made this story? Yeah, let's just double the speed. See what people think of that. This one? Yep. See if I'm right about my guess. Well, maybe not, because this is just the same spot I just skipped up to. If anybody sees it and I'm just blind, feel free to point it out. Little red diamond looking thing. Oh, don't. That's cool. Actually, yes, there is literally one, Hira. Once you can guess it. Yep. horns and the East Plagues. Whoa. Sorry, that was actually a different, unrelated horns. I don't know would be the answer, but unless you meant the one from in the previous section in the top area, in which case that's actually the hole I could come up through. That's what I did last time, which I assumed what I'd done wrong. Although this time I didn't do that, and I'm still wrong, so who knows what's going on. Yeah, the fact that it treats time capsules like meat chicken, or wall chicken, excuse me. It's another good example of how it's technically hell. Yeah. This section over here. No, I hadn't, Act. I'm surprised they're continuing it. Especially given how controversial the last one was. For the record, I was one of those people who was not a fan of the first film. Or whatever that counts for. Yes, exactly. That's my mentality on the matter. That's a good question, Blade Tool. I do not have an answer to. But rather than test that and have to do that stage for a third time, I'm just going to kill the boss. Yeah. I'm grenade block. Whoops. I completely screwed up that. Ah! How did that... Oh, god damn it. Whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna... regen for a second. I hate this attack so much. Yep, okay, cool. Bull crap. Come on. I do think Breaking Bad is a good example of a more down-to-earth story, by the way. Go back to what you asked earlier, Act. feel like I might have answered that out loud. I'm not sure. The problem is they continue to have collision even after they've hit the ground, which they wouldn't in a normal game. They would hit, and then they would go away, and then you'd have to squeeze into the gaps. Here, they keep having collision after they hit. Whoops. I don't have... How did I dash? How did I dash there? Because Ect watched it last week. Two-shot. Okay. 2 stages left. Maybe Roxy. Could be. Hi, Ross. We've seen this cutscene. Error. Power system malfunction. Error. Malfunction in all errors. Please contact your administration. Error. All further data is error. 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 That's just unkind, game. God damn it, all that. When I died, I didn't even see what. I mean, I'm sure there's a don't use time travel mechanic, or not challenge run in this game. I guarantee it with 100% certainty. Actually, no, Savacom. I even asked her this morning, like, hey. She was like, no, I'm good. Nope, I have never actually gotten used to the jump arc. I'm just that terrible. Kahaku. Yes? I can't get in touch with Yuji. Dad's not answering you. He never picks up the phone when he's working on something. Maybe that's it. He's definitely not possessed by our sword. I wish I could be as blissfully clueless as you. But unfortunately, I'm not an idiot. This is an emergency. Act like it. I'm starting to get a really bad feeling about this. I cannot access Yuji's room either. I was rebuffed by some sort of new administrator account. I can't imagine Yuji would mess his end up, but we should hurry anyways. Oh, and keep an eye out for the masked menace, which is definitely not Yuji possessed by the sword! I swear to God, if they act like it's a big reveal. Good question, Walker. And that is the answer to that question. Face-off of the century. Kahaku, your memory requires optimization. That was the 3rd time you called me EB. Sorry, EB and I talked a lot like this, so it's become a habit. You talk to me a lot too, yes? Yeah, it's nice having someone around to chat with while all this is going on. If I had to face this alone, I think I'd have given up by now. The Kahaku I know never gives up. Oh yeah? I could give up if I wanted to. What? Never mind. Changing subject. What did you and EB talk about? No? Good question. Nothing much, really. Just like, that's an accurate sentence. It's just the same as you and me. We're just having fun, talking about whatever, you know? With EB, it's all like, EB, you talk like a robot butler. And EB, do you ever like Chip? And so on. EB, give me advice and cheer me up when I was feeling blue. Stuff like that. And EB is a highly capable entity. Yeah, I guess so. Am I also highly capable? Super, ultra, mega capable. I hate this dialogue so much. Stop flirting with your digital clone. How do I... I actually didn't like The Wire. Unlike BB. Which, you know... I mentioned The Wire specifically, not because it was mentioned in chat, actually. But specifically because of the fact that if there is a common joke, it's that Breaking Bad was the show that made people forget about The Wire. Because nobody could shut up about the Wire while it was still coming out, too. What? No, there's clearly an arrow going down there. Come on, game. Work with me here. Okay, that was weird. You saw that, right? There's actually a kill plane in that area that I'm supposed to go down in. But, okay, maybe I hit the enemy. That's possible. Not sure I believe it, but it is possible. I don't believe it at all. You're lying to me, Blades of... Oh, shoot, I'm dead. Okay. Oh, the dialogue you missed was... So, Akasha, I think is her name? She's like, oh my gosh, EB was such a capable entity. And so, naturally, we say, oh, you're a capable entity too. And she's like, oh, I'm feeling some kind of strange reaction to you saying that. It almost makes you feel good when you compliment me. She's like, aw. And then she says in return, you are a highly capable entity too. It's like, aw, thanks, blush, blush, blush. And I'm not making that up. That's actually the dialogue that was there. There you go. Now you know what I skipped over. Don't even know that that's a thing, Act. God damn it! The timing on this shot. The timing on his shots are just weirder than the other ones. Whatever. Dying of fire. A laser fire. Of lasers. All I've got are lasers. What do you want from me? So Star Trek 4 is a really good film. I wrote down notes to share with you, which of course I don't have right now. So the only thing to do is to hit the stream brakes and die. Hang on. Nope. That depends on your... You killed me, Evo! Okay, fine, whatever. No, it absolutely can apply to archetypes, 100%, in response to Roxy. So I really did. I wrote down some notes to share here. And yes, I'm going to just pause the game to do this. Wait, why are you sorry, Eva? What are you sorry about? There it is. Okay, so... the first thing I want to mention is something we talked about during Shadows Over Loathing. And, actually, also during Cthulhu. having literally studied humor and the mechanisms and structure of humor, one of the most common things... It's okay, I just have to do the entire account all over again from scratch. I just need to get good. That's what Eva was really saying. She was like, get good. Right. If, for example, I do better when I exercise in the morning. I don't like to exercise as a sleep thing. That's bullcrap. That's also bullcrap. Humor. One of the most common problems, if you could call it that, when it comes to humor, is that if you try to have something that is just a joke and that's it, then you risk alienating your audience, especially if it's a large-scale project. So like a movie or a show or a book or whatever. What I mean by that is humor that isn't found funny is worse than not telling a joke at all. I can't think of any times, Zach. So if I tell you a joke and it doesn't land, then it actually is pretty much the same equivalent negative as of if I had told the joke and it actually landed for you. Chill here for a minute. So, when you have a work, like, say, Shadows of Loathing, which is pretty much all humor, or sorry, all non-humor, or, no, I'm saying that right, is trying to be just humorous the entire way through, it tends to not land quite as well if the jokes don't land. There's also the problem with pacing. I swear this is all related to Star Trek 4, Ross. I swear I'm getting to that. But I was reminded so strongly of it because Star Trek 4, since I played Shadows of Loathing right next to Star Trek 4, Star Trek 4 did everything that that Shadows of Loathing failed to do. There we go. In other words, Star Trek 4 had an actual plot. It had story, it had characters, it had development. Spock's story throughout the whole thing is a regular recurring element. There's individual moments of, well, what I can only refer to as themes. It's a terrible theme, but it is there. Yeah, there's something other than the jokes, and that's important. To have something other than the jokes when you're making a comedy. I know that sounds strange, but it is true. Star Trek 4 manages that. Star Trek 4 has plenty of jokes, but it also has a plot, a goal. Accidentally ripping out your headphones, you know, stuff like that. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. The second thing I wanted to say is there's this great tidbit I never caught before, how during the big escape sequence from the hospital, there's a moment where they knock over a guy who's in a cast. Now, I noticed that. What I never noticed before is that McCoy immediately and without hesitation dives to the guy to help him. And Kirk has to say, almost mumbled under the music, "We don't have time, Bones." And I love that McCoy can't even help himself, right? He cannot resist actually going and doing that. I also appreciate that they used actual medical lingo during McCoy's section, which was great. Usually fiction, especially Star Trek, likes to talk down its medical lingo instead of talking it at level. So that's really great. Let's see, next point was the chase sequence with the whales, and I really want to talk about that. So, how many of you have seen a movie that's come out sometime in the last, I don't know, 10 years? Exactly. No, bingo. That's exactly the point I'm making. I hate this game. I even knew it was there, and I still got hit by it. Fire. I know you're there. I know you're there. Somewhere. I don't know where you are. So, a really common thing in all entertainment, but especially films... I missed one. Oh, absolutely, act. You kidding me? That was a straight-up comedy. And by all accounts, deliberately it's one, too. Actually, you're probably right, Playtool. There is a continuity, a story, such as it is, to Holy Grail. And the other one's not so much. Although I think there's another reason. Holy Grail is, you know, funny, and the other ones aren't. I'm joking. No, I'm not joking. Is there seriously no way back? Am I just cut off? I am, Mark. There's no going back. So, shut up. It's true, it also has defined characters and motivations and other fun stuff like that. I lost my train of thought. No, that's it's the opposite of a joke, Yara. It's a non-joke. Which by itself can be funny, and usually... What the crap, game? Fine, whatever. So it looks like if I restart the stage, at least, it does keep the things. That's something. Yay. Well, you know me, I don't like crude humor, so... pretty much a guaranteed nope for me instantly. I have completely lost my train of thought. What the hell was I talking about? Modern movies. No, we're done talking about humor. We got humor down. How many of you can think of the big climax moment in a film off the top of your head? Recent film. Sometime in the last 10 years. And yes, that counts as recent. I was mostly thinking of the other one, Spartan. Although, wasn't Life of Brian biggest dickus? I'm misremembering that. So, right off the top of your head, if you think of a modern, big, climax action sequence, what comes to your mind? A modern film. Real question. I mean more like structure, specifics. What's actually happening on the screen. Okay, so we got that one. But that's the third one. Where's the second one? Could someone Google where the second goddamn gem is in the stage, please? 4SP is the name of the stage. So there's a big fight. Is there a big CGI disposable army? Because there might be a big CGI disposable army. There might be a sky beam. There might be a fight between two people who are practically identical in power set. A big epic action music. Gotta have that. It's boring. It's boring as hell and I'm sick of it. It's... like, it can be done well. In fact, I can think of several films in the last 10 minutes, or 10 minutes, wow, 10 years, that have actually been interesting that pull that same formula. But, then there's, you know, the rest of them. No, Warcraft code. No, I'm not. And there's the elevator. This is pissing me off. It's become very, very common to go ahead and have the big disposable CGI army and the big skybeam in the space and a fight between two identical powers. Now, I know I just described pretty much every MCU thing, but it's kind of drifted off into a lot of other films as well because of how popular the MCU actually is and how much money it's been making. And like I said, it can be done well. Virtually any trope can be done well, but in my experience, it's done very, very badly most of the time because it is so paint by numbers that we kind of know the beats. No actual effort or thought is being put into it. Instead, it's just, there it is, right? It's like, okay, conclusion time. It's the get up and go to the bathroom phase of the film. Now, I bring that up because that was the first thing that occurred to me when I was watching Star Trek 4. Does anyone remember the exact specifics of the big climactic finale of Star Trek 4? There's actually technically two, but there's one in specific I'm referencing here. In Star Trek... Did I say 2? I meant 4. In Star Trek 4, the setup is basically perfect. The whales are out at sea. The whales, if you pay attention to the sequence, the whales are aware of the fact that they're currently being hunted, because in Star Trek, whales are sentient, don't question it. So, they're trying to get away from this ship, but the ship is actually trying to catch up to them. They go down underwater and actually hold their breath for a while, desperately trying not to surface until they absolutely have to. The moment they surface, this is skipping ahead a bit, but the moment they surface, the ship fires, ready to kill them, which kind of showcases exactly how intense the whole situation is, because they were right. They were right to be staying down. Meanwhile, the crew, the heroes, are on board the Bird. Now, they can't go too fast. If they do, they're going to destroy the nearby terrain. But they also can't go too slow because they know they're running the clock too. They also can't just fire on the ship. I mean, they could, but for obvious reasons, because the good guys probably shouldn't be blowing up a bunch of relatively innocent whalers, civilians, they don't have the option of just blowing up the enemy. And there's your situation. There's your scenario. They're racing the clock, and the boat is just out there trying to catch some whales. And that sequence was more intense, more well-constructed, and more engaging than any of the other random crap movies that pull the generic ending thing I just mentioned that I've seen in the last 15 years. It was astonishing how well constructed the intensity of it was specifically, right? How strong of a point it was and how well designed it was. Because everything that was laid out made perfect sense, and the dilemma that was facing the crew was very logical and very well built up. And they really did have a ticking clock on several ticking clocks that they're all facing at the same time. And they had to get there just in time. And it was even paid off perfectly. There is music playing during the sequence, but it's more adventurous music, Indiana Jones style, than it is what you probably expect from a final climactic fight. And then it's all paid off brilliantly with conk, and the harpoon just falling there. The second the harpoon hits the ship, the music cuts out. And then the ship decloaks, and that probably feels like a weird thing to have the ship decloak there, because, I mean, temporal, whatever. But the point of that is, that's the catharsis moment. Because remember, structurally, the whalers are actually the villains here. I know that we're trying not to kill them, but the point is they are the enemy, the antagonist, the obstacle to overcome. So we need to have that moment. We need to have that catharsis moment of having beaten them. So decloaking the Bird right in front of the tiny ship, by comparison, is the catharsis moment, the I am Iron Man moment, right? Then they beam the suckers up, and just to keep talking about how well constructed this film is, they really present how dangerous this whole sequence is, because they're beaming a lot of stuff on a Klingon transporter, which is nowhere near as good as the ones on the Federation, and with technology that's low on power, and they're not really 100% certain of even how it works. So there is a very, very real chance that even after all that, they could actually kill the whales just by beaming them up. And James Doohan, who plays Scotty, really sells the moment of just how tense he is. just how extraordinarily tense he is about trying to get this to work. And then his relief, there be whales here. It's a great sequence. And it's the kind of sequence that I would expect out of, you know, a really, really, really good film, not just a comedy. And that's what put Star Trek 4 up. Thank you, Inosians, by the way. Thank you very much for that. And that's my overall point. Star Trek 4 is a good film that also happens to be funny. Yeah, sorry, paint by numbers, so if you're not familiar with it, it's actually an art insult specifically. Although, it probably shouldn't be an insult because it's actually something you do for children. You give the child a paint by numbers kit, or coloring book, and it's to teach them how to paint. You know, you look at the rule book, and you paint 3 green, and you paint 4 blue, and so forth and so on. The movie still has missteps. I don't want to say it doesn't. You notice even the timeline is actually really tight. Did you notice that the movie bothers to explain how spaceships and space stations can survive not having power? How many of you didn't even notice that they explained that in the film? Oh my god, these banelings! I don't even understand what happened there. My jumps just didn't work. Not just the reserve power thing. It's actually the timeline. Within the film, they make it very clear that the events of the film occur over a very short period of time. I don't remember the exact number right now, forgive me. But they actually list the time. It's about 5 hours. The whole film takes course, at least in the present, I should be more clear about that, over the course of about 5 hours. That's how they survive. You know, not having your life support for 5 hours is something that is survivable. Did my friend enjoy the movie? Yeah, they enjoyed it quite a bit. As did I, obviously. There are still some really big logical loopholes. And it really sucks that we didn't get Sulu's section. That's just a damn shame. You know, one of my favorite things about this game is how the enemies have an iframe period when they're spawning in, because, you know, that's fair and just. I didn't know I could crawl. I mean, this is a platformer. I got this, Evo. But thank you. Oh god, they can double jump. They're learning. Yep, no, exactly. Exactly, Winlock. It's really smart. It's one of my favorite tiny details in the film, is that they actually show Kirk and crew coming back from the future before they actually show them going back to the past. Random thought. I bet it would be so much fun if I could fly. Falling is scary, though. I was on a trip once and my plane crashed. Fire, screaming, not fun. You were in a plane crash? I'm astonished you survived. Yeah, I just kind of did. Seemed like the thing to do. I do not believe surviving a plane crash is normal. Totally is. Misa and Flopco were fine, too. Of course, the plane crash is only the beginning of our troubles. You don't say. I do. Seriously, though, if we had wings, we'd avoid that whole mess. Though I guess that also means we've never boarded the Doom plane in the first place. Anyway, if I could have flown straight home, I would have never had to fight that bear. You fought a bear? Yeah, barehanded. Oh, right, I almost forgot that stupid sea urchin alien thing. Ugh, worst day ever. A sea urchin alien. Kaku, you've had a very unusual life, haven't you? Well, you pointed out, I guess I've been through some pretty weird stuff. I'm amazed you just now figured this out. Good night, Evo. Have the sleeps. I have never eaten sea urchin, although I have touched them. You know, aquariums, right? Well, this is where we were last time, when I realized I'd missed a thing. Thank you again, Anosians. Okay. This is ridiculous. I won't stand for it. Calm down. It's not official yet. Calm down. You expect us to call them up if they work with the bone, then order us back to Earth once they no longer need us? Nobody said they don't need us anymore. Not even him. I know he's hard to read, but they're up to something, damn it. I swear I'll find out. But oh no! Stop! If anyone finds out, what's that? I don't know. End of record. Oh my god. Okay, I guess we're going up then. At this point, I doubt it, Roxy. I'm gonna live with it. I'm gonna live with it. Absolutely not, Act. Hugo likes complaining about being busy, right? Why is he always hanging around bothering us? He is telling the truth when he says he is busy. You say that, but I bet he's lounging around with a big cup of coffee just twiddling his thumbs. His attitude aside, I rate his capabilities extremely high. And his attitude? Extremely subpar. See, he's a lazy jerk. What's the deal with his coffee obsession? Yes, Savacom! What's the deal with your coffee obsession? God! That remains an enigma to me. He usually claims to understand, though. Dad? He's a bit of a coffee snob. Hugo and Huji share an interest in coffee. They're coffee friends. Maybe you have to like coffee to be a scientist? If that's true, you must love the stuff. I am not a scientist. Really? You give off a science-y academic vibe. I do have a penchant for rational thought. Nevertheless, I theorize that coffee is not my cup of tea. Wait a second. Don't tell me you've never even tried this stuff. I am a ghost within a machine. Being of electricity and code, I do not require mundane things like food. Actually, you do. It's just the food you require is different, you stupid, inanimate twit. You don't eat, but food is so good! And yet I have no need for it. It's settled. I'm taking you to the gourmet tour of Cogen City. But, oh, curry croquettes. What is a curry... Okay. What is a curry croquette? Yeah, thank you. Delicious. Error. Unknown concept. So Warcraft code, whoa, is trying to get me killed. Asked a question, I honestly missed it, and it scrolled off the screen. But there's something about WoW being at the 14th slot, and wondering what that means. Oh god, this boss. So if you could clarify, that'd be awesome. Kahaku Otori confirmed, initiating overclock. I hate this place so much. It would have been more convenient if you could fly. Okay, what's the question then, Warcraft code? Wait, can we do that? Difficult. I have lost appropriate privileges. Which means she could have before the reset. We'll just have to stay on our toes. I don't understand your question. Do you know what a list is, Warcraft dude? And let me explain this in Steve's voice. So you see, we here in America, we've come up with this concept. It's this concept where we put things in a list, right? And then we do the things in the list in the order of the list. So like we do the third thing before we do the fifth thing. I know it's super hard to understand. It took me until about my college years before I was able to grasp that one myself. Anyway, 4 is right out. Another one? Nope, okay. I ain't calling you an idiot, sir. I'm only admitted to my own intellectual deficiencies. hate this move. Listen, all I'm saying is that guy probably needs to figure out how to play video games. Shout shame. Die, monster. You don't yellow this world. Oh, shoot. Ah! Sleep, Evo, sleep. And we're dead, Evo, we're dead. That apparently counted. I got my ankles hit. As we all know, ankles are the one true weak spot of an anime girl. That's why they always have those socks. What was that? It's the WoW review, Warcraft Code. I don't understand why this is a question. I'm sorry. Let me drop jokes for a second. I don't understand what you're asking. We've been prepping for the WoW review for literal years. We're doing the WoW review. That's it. That's it. We've never reviewed WoW. We're gonna review WoW. The end. Like, it's on the list. Now, there's no such thing as lore runs anymore, so that's not it, obviously. So the only thing left is reviews. Listen, you don't gotta insult me, Warcraft Code. I mean, I guess you do. You are on the internet, after all. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the list, the upcoming site, to be more accurate, is actually not fully accurate yet. Because I honestly haven't had time. As is evidenced by the fact that I started stream... well, that's death. I'll accept that. 40 minutes late today. I just have not had time to properly list the games in the order that they're going to be in. I don't remember how long FF14 took. If only a kindly soul could be like, hey, it took such and such time. Because I have access to the internet. Well, it's not a lore run, Warcraft Code, so... I can start wherever the hell I want to. I can start with Dragonflight if I really wanted to. 54 days. Thank you. That sounds about right. That even worked. Oh, I hate that attack. Oh, I hate that attack. This boss just really doesn't want us to play Starfield. That's what it is. There we go. Jesus! Yet no one who is watching this online stream has access to the internet. I'm so sorry, everyone. Giga record. I could see that, Roxy. I think WoW will probably take about 2 months, yeah. This is the last shell script module? No, we're still lacking 1. But there aren't any bosses left I can think of. Maybe we missed some somewhere? Hasn't missed us. Correct, Hugo. There's still me! Alright, is it A, our secret lover, B, our father, C, our sister, or D, all of the above? You again! Who are you? Sorry to break this to you, but that's Yuji. So it is Dad. I'm not as surprised. Give me a Kasha, Kohaku. Sure thing, Pops. Here you go. You think I'll just hand her over? I hope so. I'll think again. Not a snowball's chance in hell. What's going on? This is our chance. Run for it! I agree with Hugo. We should flee. This is a very urgent situation. We need to run. Bye, Dad. That took like a solid 10 seconds to start running during the urgently run situation. The good news about the WoW run, you know how we had to do some off-camera stuff during the FF14 run? All the off-camera stuff's already done for WoW. In fact, it has been for a few months. We've collected all the shell script modules. Everything depends on you now. You know how to lay on the pressure, but leave it to me. I'll win this and make everyone happy, except the reviewer. However, we are going to do worst to best Warcraft code until Legion. So, hang on, let me read this out loud. This is a worst case scenario in a giant database of giant terrible scenarios. It is? Yuji's been corrupted. That does sound bad. You two keep doing your thing. I got some more data to gather. Okay, bye, Hugo. Who do you think I am? This will be a cakewalk. Worry about your own neck. So, you know me, I like to go worst to best. And that's especially true when covering an MMO. Something we've done in every MMO coverage so far. Except Tor. I think we did a weird thing in Tor, but in my defense, that made sense in Tor's case. Hey look, it's all glitchy again, even though there's no reason to be glitchy this time around. Because screw doing unique sprites for the final dungeon. They're alright, I guess, Melkor Blade. I'm probably going to give a positive. I've actually given to... Oh my god. Whee! I'm probably going to give a generic level positive for the remix stages in general, rather than like a separate positive per stage. We've actually done that before in a couple of games. So, sorry. As I was about to say... God. I hate these stupid things. Ugh. I really hate these stupid things. Get out of my way, please. Thank you. As I was saying, we could do them in chronological order, but I'm kind of tempted to not. Because I really like to get the Drek out of the way first. And again, especially when it comes to an MMO. So, what I'm thinking about doing, this is going to sound really weird. I haven't decided about this yet. I'm thinking about doing BC and then dying. Come on, come on. Let me through. Let me through. So we're definitely doing BC first, one way or the other. More dialogue is voiced the further into the expansions we get, Blade to Fall. I believe current WoW actually has substantially more voice acting than FF14, for example. But, again, that's a trend. BC has, like, hardly any voice acting at all, for example. What I'm thinking about doing... I'm already going to hate this section, so just give me a second. What I'm thinking about doing is do BC first, because it's the worst. Probably some vanilla stuff, too, because we have to cover, like, Molten Core and BWL and all that fun stuff. So, vanilla raids and a couple of dungeons. BC. And then I was thinking about doing BFA and Shadowlands next. Because neither of them really have anything to do with anything. And they both suck. And just getting them out of the way. Then doing Wrath, Kata, Pandaria, Warlords, Legion, Dragonflight. One way or another, I'm almost assuredly going to do Legion to Dragonflight. Because I've actually already thought about this and put some work and effort into it, and that just works better. Legion leads almost perfectly into Dragonflight. BFA and Shadowlands are weird bumps in the row, made by the B team, who had no idea what they were doing after most of the upper management and writing staff quit the company. And it shows. God, it shows so hard. So it's just like this weird in-between thing that doesn't even have any reason to be there. Oh, you son of a... That guy is just right, perfectly positioned. Yeah, no, I think we're pretty codified on the Zelda order. I just haven't written it all out yet on the website because time, as mentioned earlier. Hang on, kiddo. Can't hear right now. Lava death. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God, why? Okay. Get a little here. I'm gonna have to... I have to. Ugh! No! Get out of my... Okay, I'm just gonna stand here for a second, get some time back. I die instantly for standing here and getting some time back. And I'm dead. What's up?
Lunch.
Lunch? Thank you for telling me. I'm gonna be here for a minute. Unless... Did you make it? No? Okay. How you feeling, kiddo? Because you're home. And, like, you know, your project. What I could also do, and this is something else I'm considering doing, is do BFA and BFA and Shadowlands first, just straight up first. I know that's going to be quite out of the way, but the truth, I got to be really clear about this. They have so little to do with anything that they really are just an interruption, gameplay-wise and narratively. And it's just... I know this sounds like I'm just bashing the expansions. I should probably mention, I'm probably going to defend the expansions more than most people would. But the problem is, they just don't fit. And again, gameplay-wise or narratively, the very gameplay approach to the two expansions compared to the ones prior and after is different. Oh my god, this is awful. I'm not 100% on that yet. But that is why it hasn't, why it just says WoW right now instead of the specific expansions in order. Oh, there's good stuff in Shadowlands and BFA. Really. But, you know, then there's the rest of it. Oh my god. Cogen City is disappearing. The buildings, robots, people all devoured by the darkness, and it's drawing closer. Is this a reality, a dream? Someone tell me what's happening. I don't want to disappear. And... death. Kohaku. What have you found out? I poked around Yuji's room and I found a data log. Oh, can I see it? Hey, it's our 24-year-old dad. If anyone finds this, please tell Kohaku. The impossible has happened. EB has hijacked my administrative privileges. Can I get some lore shocks, please, in chat? Please. It's obvious it intends to use them to destroy the system. I'm a fool. I never imagined a program would be cracked by stress of all things. That's not stress, you goddamned idiot. You programmed a program to do X, and you are now calling it stress when the program is deciding to do X. You're stupid! I should have studied more on AI. Cough, wheeze. EB couldn't handle not fulfilling the purpose it was programmed for, so it went rogue. I managed to... No, it's actually kind of doing the opposite of going rogue. It's following its programming. That's... I managed to lock it out of the system, but there's nothing left that can stop it now. Sorry, Hugo. I couldn't finish the partition. EB is left to end it. To finish what it set out to do. Keep Akasha safe. Don't let it win. Yes, it's going Paladin. Oh Oh no, that guy we met was EB riding around in Yuji's hacked body.
Really?
EB has become a virus. No. EB is still doing exactly what EB was programmed to do. Is nobody paying attention to me? What does that mean? Simply put, the most dangerous sort of enemy, one that plans to destroy every last program. I won't let that happen. EB is... It's not like that. It listened to me and helped me, even though it had its own mission to complete. No. I'll convince it to stop. Yes, I need to convince the program to stop doing what I have programmed it to do. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. To answer you, Shadow Machine, I'd kind of rather rip out my teeth and shove them into my eyes than play WoW Vanilla. So, no, we're probably going to smash through the vanilla stuff, you know, on a modern server with a level 70 who's in raid gear. So remember this room? This is the worst room in the game last time. Damn beams. Bull crap, that didn't work. There we go. Oh my god! Freaking banelings! Yeah, go ahead, Ross. Starfield will be... Starfleet? Did I seriously say that? Starfield will be played hopefully soon if I ever beat this game. God damn it. Just being delayed by everything today. Enjoy that. I'm gonna kill him. Oh, yeah, sure, Ross. I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna axe the Streaminations yet. No, we're starting Starfield today, Warcraft Code. Oh my god, you're also getting me killed. And I'm dead. Oh yeah, I am turbo dead from that. Oh my god, yep. I hate this room. I really hate this room. Bull crap game. Look at that. No, I expect people are wanting me to tear Starfield to shreds, and I honestly don't anticipate that. I don't think it's going to be the greatest game of all times. It's certainly not going to be any Oblivion. But come on. I doubt it's going to be a baseball bat game. Stupid beams. Come on. And we're dead. Okay. We're past the room of hell. Time to go into the other room of hell. That's just... What do you want me to do here, game? It's literally moving too slowly for me to... What? I mean, yeah, I suppose that's fair. What the game wants me to do is to die. Okay, let's do it. Final boss time. Or second final boss, sorry, because there were 2 final bosses last time. Haku, wait! What is it? You should fight me! I swear to God. We won't know we can defeat EB unless we try. We're talking about the genuine EB here, not your imitation model. Worse, it's got Yuji's power, too. So Akasha's got a point. We can't beat him. So you got a plan, right? I do. I will add my power to yours. I'm confused. I remained incomplete without all the shell script modules. However, if you can act as a replacement for a missing module, my powers will be equal to those I once had. Perhaps even more powerful. I've got it. I've got it. If we merge Microsoft Excel with OpenOffice Calc, we might have a more powerful program than ever before. Question, will that put a load of stress on you or cause you to break? Or worse, cause you to race? I do not believe so. Rather, I think it may be you who will bear the burden. Although it is uncertain. What's with all the awkwardness? I have never attempted this, so I cannot predict what will happen. There's a risk that this will kill you. Kill you till you're dead! Is that dangerous? Okay, what she said was, it's that dangerous? But I like to think what she actually said is that dangerous? She's basically the machine goddess. Might be tough for you to handle. I cannot make this decision for you. You must decide. This is hard. I'm not surprised you're hesitating. Hard not to when death is on the line. Simulation or not, I am alive! And if I take EXE Dad... Oh my god. He'll probably wipe the floor with me, right? EXE Dad? That wouldn't end well, and we won't have another chat at this. No, seriously, EXE Dad. I've made up my mind. You only suggest it because you believe in me. In that case, I believe in you too. I believe in the you that believes in me. Just who the hell do you think we are? Very well. We will only get one chance at this with the modules we have. Just one rewrite. So, final boss number 1, 2, 3, 8. God, I don't know. Our simulation... Okay, so I guess we're skipping that one. Our simulation will pierce the heavens. With a mech that's the size of the universe. You're not serious. What is that? It looks pretty scary. EB is most likely waiting in there. Are you ready? Give me the juice! And the only way that they can merge is by making out. Ah. Oh my god. She's got full magical girl. I don't actually know Japanese. I'm sorry. She made a contract with me. Yes, I'm secretly Cubase. Sorry. Did it work? Is it over already? I think it hurt. Or maybe burned? You're both alive. What does it matter? How do you feel? I don't feel any different. Hey, the fissure's closing. We must go. Kame. Kame. Please shut up so I can get on with this. Oh my god. We've got a problem. We do? Did that whole big power-up thing fail after all? The overload fail-safes on the Lowen-Gustania reactor. They're stopped working. Sure, I know what that means. What does it mean? We're overcharged? We're overcharged? Time to turn it up? Time to turn it up. That's literally the dialogue. I didn't make that part up. Why not? This is just what the doctor ordered. It is? All right. Oh, it's a hyperbeam section. I am actually familiar with those. Hey, let's pause the hyperbeam moment. Subject name, Kahaku Otori. Test apparatus not available. Test purpose, erasure. Result in progress. Yeah, we can just pretty much straight up fly now. How bad's the final boss that we need that kind of nonsense to fight him? Hey, bad EB. Bad! I just want you to understand, that's actual dialogue that a real person really wrote, that they got paid real money to really put in a real game that I'm really playing and really giving a negative for. Give me Akasha, Kohaku. We already had this conversation. The answer is still no. You said you could consider other alternatives. Did you mean that? Did you even try? We'd finally found a way to fix this without killing everyone, and everyone was working so hard to make it happen. So why, EB? Effort alone means nothing. Humans are too quick to see it as an end in and of itself. It wasn't just talk. We had a goal. We're trying to fulfill our purpose. You dug your own grave there. I get it now. It was always about one thing for you. Fulfilling your purpose. My raison d'etre. I told you it's the only thing that matters to me. Negotiations failed, if you didn't notice. Get ready to fight. Come on, be a good boss fight. Can I ask you something, Hugo? Now? If I beat EB, what'll happen to Dad? I really didn't want to have this conversation. But ultimately nothing. Huh? I told you already. That's Yuji's a clone, a replica. Oh, right. That kind of makes him like real Yuji's younger brother. Yeah, he's a real person, duplicate or no. We just talked about this! Mind forks! Just get it over with. You gotta fight him anyways. Unless you plan on losing, you're gonna have to take him out. My name is EXE Breaker. I was created to end this simulation. I am a process, nothing more. Cool. Okay, similar attack pattern so far. Could you quit it, please? Thank you. He is definitely faster than last time. Similar patterns, but I'd say about 20, 50% faster, something like that. That was really strange. I could not turn around to save my life, literally, in this case. Killed by a boomerang. really need... And I'm dead. God damn it! Those freaking banelings! The banelings killed me! God damn it! It's always the banelings! It's not even fun. It's just... God damn it. It's like being killed by a Goomba while you're fighting Bowser. It's like, hey, brought you a friend. God damn it, Lord, pay attention. Also not what I wanted to happen. Burned so much freaking power just getting to this point. I'm just really off my game now. I was doing really well, and, you know, then I died. To these guys! Yeah, I noticed my time regenerates much faster, which is really nice. That's interesting. Oh crap, I wasn't. Know that attack. Okay. Sure, game. Oh my god. Okay, this is just a thing, isn't it? Oh my god, and we're dead. Now we get to start all over again. By the way, I'm shutting off the guessing game now. If you haven't gotten your guesses in yet. So go do that. You know, I feel like I say this a lot, but this is a fight that would be made a lot better if it had mid-mission checkpoints. He just stood there. He just straight up stood there like a dick. Oh crap, that hit me. I just... whatever. We're already given the negative for that. Just move on with our lives. Honestly, the trash is just irritating this fight. I'd probably eject that entirely, too. They don't really add anything other than being something else to keep track of. And that's a lot of things to keep track of. Oh my god.
Free is here.
Thank you for telling me the thing that... Ah, Jesus! And I'm dead.
Free lunch.
Thank you for the free lunch. Ah! God damn. Thanks, kiddo. Okay. Nope, we're dead. What do you want to bet the ending sucks? Anybody want to bet right now? Ooh, waffle fries. You never know. Might come out of nowhere and be cool. It might also be funny. It has happened before. I even like the ending to Tinykin. Just opening with that, huh? One thing I don't like about this fight, and I don't, to be very clear. Other than the ridiculous hurt boxes, which I've already complained about. It kind of wants you to just sit here until he has vuln phases, but his vuln phases are so short that you can't really do a lot of damage during them. So that means waiting a huge period of time in between being able to do any kind of damage to the boss. Other than chip damage. And that's just, I don't know, maybe that's just me. It's not fun, though. That's why I'm not waiting for his vuln phase, but admittedly getting hit in the process. So... I disagree with everything that just happened. God damn it! Choose a side and stick with it. I could do better than that. Or not, apparently. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. And we're dead. Something I didn't even see because I was paying attention to the wrong thing. That's on me. Go away. There's phase 2. I feel better about this, but we know there's a phase 3 coming. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, that I just burned all my energy on a misclick. One of my favorite things to do. We'll do this instead. Oh, there we go. Phase 3. Okay. It's just there's no recovery. There's no time to predict where the things are. It's just, and you're dead. They move too fast to react to them. I have to predict them. And that's irritating in a phase 3 of a long fight. With no checkpoints. If there was checkpoints, I could start predicting. I could start being like, okay. If they were a little bit slower, I could react to them. Neither of these facts are true. What? Who playtested this? People who had hours and hours to fight a single boss. A luxury I do not have. Yeah, I can do better than that. Admittedly, this is partially my fault, but part of the problem I'm having is I'm so bored of Phase 1 that I'm getting impatient. And it's costing me because I'm getting risky and greedy with attacks when I should actually be just sitting here and living and waiting for openings. To get to Starfield. Bethesda's counting on me. Todd Howard is counting on me. That's going to be a switch going from this game to Starfield. Just on pure gameplay alone, you know. Bull crap! Really hate the hitbox, or hurtbox, excuse me. Of our weapon, by the way. I always have. Go away. Bull crap! Yeah, go away! You stupid little bot! Still there. Oh, and here's this attack. Okay. What really irritates me about this is it's much narrower of a thing than it even looks like, and it looks pretty narrow. You're kidding me with this crap, right? What am I supposed to do about that? I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. The problem is, I only have 2 aerial jumps, and that's only because I'm on easy. So that can't be the answer, because they can't be predicting that. Really, game? Go away. Go away. Go away. I mean, in all honesty, if that's what the developers wanted, was a rage quit situation, I would believe you. If you told me that that was their legitimate goal here, I really would believe you. He just teleported onto my face. Please stop doing what you're doing, you frickin' banelings. Appreciate it. Yeah, looking at you, Spec Ops The Line. Speaking of games that want you to quit. Okay, I wasn't expecting you to do that. That's my fault. I was also not expecting that. Yeah, or that. Ah! God damn it. Damn it, game. Come on. Nope, see, that's not the answer. All right, let's try the corner because I don't have another idea. Nope. Okay. That was apparently the answer. I honestly didn't think that would work. That's why that was kind of a try thing instead of, oh, this is the answer. Do the move I'm telling you to do, please, game? If you don't mind. You piece of garbage. Yeah, no, exactly. Based on how the whole game has been, it never would have occurred to me that that was actually the space you could fit into because of how bad the hurt box has been the entire game. But the problem is, as you remember, I was just staring at the whole screen like there is no safe spot. So, screw it. I'm just going to slide into that spot and see what happens. I'm shutting this process down. Wait. Why? Don't tell me you still think you can convince him to change his mind. Well, yeah, that's exactly what I think. That is impossible. A forced shutdown will result in critical data loss. Restarting process is impossible. You go, what about that cutty splitty thing? Partitioning. Yeah, that's it. Can you do it? No, I don't have the right system privileges. Besides, even if I started the process, I'd need someone else to close the lid from the other side. What if Akasha helped you? Then it's doable. All I need is access. I don't think that'll be a problem. EB, we're taking back the final shell script module. Of course, that'll restore Akasha to her omnipotent self. So, can you do it, Akasha? I have regained complete power of the system. Leave it to me. Anything is now possible. Then will you help Hugo partition the system? Easy. What are you scheming, Kahaku? Our original plan. Once we finish partitioning, we use EB to smash it to pieces. Great, except EB's Akasha can bring it back. Right? It'd be a simple matter for me now. Can you just do it without resurrecting the Psycho Sword? Yeah, but it'd be cruel to let EB die without fulfilling its purpose. I said it before and I'll say it again. I want everyone to be happy. I'm sorry. Let's be very clear about this. Our main character has just killed the final boss. Killed. Dead. Destroyed. Now, having said that, she is unhappy with the fact that we killed the final boss before the final boss was able to accomplish its objective. So she wants to resurrect the final boss in order to allow the final boss to accomplish its directive and then kill it. That's actually her plan here. It sounds weirdly cruel, doesn't it? Also, it can't be happy. But that's just... Yeah, and that's her reason. Her reason is on the screen right there. I want everyone to be happy. Um, yeah, hang on. I'm sorry, I'm typing some thoughts. Give me just a second. Okay. I want everyone to be happy. And that's why I want you to go too, Akasha. Once EB is back, go with Hugo. Are you worried about my survival? You bet I am. I'll be fine. I can exist on both sides of the partition. It's not even close to how that works. Once partitioning is complete, we can shut down one of them. I'll automatically transfer the other. That's still not how that works. I'm ready when you are. Okay, can you wake EB up now? Wake up. You mean like rebuild from scratch because we deleted him? Can you hear me, EB? Can you hear me, Zero? Sorry. Yes, analyzing current situation. It's over, EB. All that's left is for you to break the machine. Situational discrepancy detected. Kohaku has opposed the destruction of the system. How do I say I changed my mind in machine code? I changed my mind. Well, then I changed my mind. Requesting supplementary explanation. EB, listen. Remember when I said we were friends? I meant it. Every time I open Notepad to take some notes about a particular, note thing that thing I wanted, I think, Notepad, you and I are the best of friends. Friend, a relationship of cooperation based on mutual benefit. But I was a bad friend. I tried to make you do something you didn't want to do. Cooperative relationship was discarded due to benefit imbalance. Exactly, but before we had our fight, we were friends. You were a human, I bet you'd cry and say, I betrayed you. I know I would. We fought so hard to fulfill your objective. Down to the blue, I started saying we should go. Okay, I keep using Notepad as an allegory here. You know what this really is? Oh god, I can't remember the acronym, but this is when speedrunners, or tassers more accurately, will write code into a video game by breaking it and accessing the admin layer. And so you have things like Super Mario World turns into like Snake or whatever. That's what this is. Merely a flexible response to changing circumstances. I can't tell if this stupid sword has a brain or not. Sorry, AB, I forced you to do something even though you didn't want to. I said my goal was to make everyone happy, but I didn't realize I was forgetting you. Whether or not I'm happy is not the issue. Fulfilling my purpose is the only thing that matters to me, and the only action I derive value from. I know. So I thought about that mutual benefit thing you just mentioned. And I think you're confused about something. Your purpose isn't to destroy the system. It's to shut off the system and wake us all up, right? That is correct. You're too hard-headed for your own good. You convince yourself you were just a process. I mean, it's true, but the purpose of a process is to achieve a result. Who wrote this? So what happens after you complete your objective? The citizens of Cogen City, including Kohaku Otori, wake up. Exactly, so let's get straight to the chase. Forget all the stupid intermediary process and stuff. Honestly, we really shouldn't, but... EB, wake us up. Destroy this crummy, broken-down version of our city, and help us make a new one. Let's go back, EB, to the real Cogen City, which I remind you is on the goddamned moon. After an apocalyptic event, they have gone out of their way to never explain. That's not it, is it? That's not it, is it? Now that's a Dark Souls ending if I've ever seen one. Wait, you can't play a Dark Souls girl game? Dark Souls games have cooties. You can't give those to girls. Oh, wait, that was Code Vein. Damn it! I've been told Star Ocean 2R is legit. I haven't even bought it yet, so I'm not sure on that one. At least I don't think I have. There's added lore and conversations. Do they add anything to the lore? Melkor Plate. Do they add anything to lore? Melkor Plate. That's the idea, Crazy Norse. So what was the big apocalyptic thing that destroyed the city? Do they ever explain that? Real question. I'm actually curious. Yeah, I noticed this was made in Unity, by the way. Global warming. Yeah, that makes sense. In real life, when global warming hits, we go to the moon first thing. Just like, bam. Just like that. Oh, there's our ending. I'm heading out. Bye, Mom. I appreciate the fact that she's wearing shorts, because otherwise that would be a panty shot. Also, why does that girl in the back have cat ears? Hold it right there. Why does our mother have everything? Like, what? I'm confused. I got it, Mom. Oh, I suppose this is yours, Yuji? Oh my god, he still looks 24. Of course, our mother looks like she's, I'd say about 19, give or take. Oh, hey, Kahaku. Morning. Finally, you're late. Like, she looks like she's 8. She looks like she's 10. She looks like she's maybe 12 or 13. Sorry, Ma. Mom's breakfast was just so good I had to scarf seconds. I can see that. You've got egg on your cheek. Honestly, hopeless. Wow, even I do a mirror check before I leave home. Hee hee hee. Ugh, I think I'm gonna be sick. Is this what normal everyday life on Earth is like? I do not think there is a reason for you to continue surveilling Kahaku, Yugo. Boredom. Simple, plain and simple. If it bothers you so much, entertain me. Go on, I'm waiting. I'm not good at entertaining. Really? I get the feeling you might have a knack for it. Opinion noted. Are there any specific activities you would suggest? What about singing? Soft Edge Sure mode unlocked. Hard mode is now available. Save completed. Yeah, it just counts subs, Jukeboss. I should probably get rid of that. People keep asking about it, and I feel bad now. No, gifted subs work, I think, but don't quote me on that. What's hard mode do? Enemies and bosses move faster. Enemies and bosses attack faster. Enemies will take less time to fire bullets. Interval between attacks is faster. Checkpoints are only available after elevators and before bosses. Oh yeah, that's my favorite thing. Like, the rest of that I was honestly with. But checkpoints only available after elevators and bosses? That's terrible. What does wall jump type mean? What does wall jump type mean? Oh, that's even worse. See that delay? As she kind of like takes a moment to animate before she jumps. It's the same arc. You can see it's the same arc. But there's just this delay for the jump. This is me tapping the button, by the way, to give you an idea. Like, that's not holding down the button. Why would you do that? What possible circumstance would lead you to doing that? Yeah, that delay would be like, alright, jump. No problem. And dead. Oh, hang on, let me jump. And then dead. Yeah, you know what? Actually, you're probably right. This was probably the original jump, and then they were like, eh. That was awful. That's funny. No complaint. The timing on that's a little trickier than it looks, but I mean, as you can see, it's just straight up flight. I speedrun Super Metroid. I got timing like that. Looks like I can't make it all the way through. So we'll just stop here for a second. Sorry, I was distracted because I got an achievement for something. Oh god, that... Ah! Okay, so to explain what happened there, I did the jump and then immediately started doing the input that my brain was telling me was about to need to be done, right? That's logical. I bring that up because, remember, there's a delay to the jump now. So, I did the jump and then started doing input and nothing happened, and so I was basically off timing. Because, you know, I was technically a few seconds ahead of myself. What? Well, this is an invincible boss anyways, unless you hit his weak point. That doesn't sound familiar, but I probably just haven't heard of it, Roxy. There. I just wanted to prove I could beat a stage on hard. I know, it's only stage 1. Thank you, Who Girl, as always. You know, I know people who think that way, Crazy Horse, and they are wrong. Let's see, Bioshock 2, Resident Evil, Block, sensing a trend here, and Yakuza Like a Dragon. Trend broken. The good news is I did the audit this morning, so I can just actually tally this up now. How replayable do we think this game is? Speaking as someone who absolutely loves platforming, I'm never playing this game again. No offense, Melkor. The real shame of it, if I can rant for just a second, I actually really like a lot of the ideas of this game. If I didn't know any better, I would call this a first game. It feels like trying out a concept rather than actually making a game, you know what I mean? That's true, Von Falkenstein. Negative to replayability. Done. Hey, Cogen. Yeah, almost a tech demo. That's kind of exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, I'm just typing in a couple things super quick. So that is a -5 to story. And, +10. Net positive. Honestly, as weird as this may sound, while I'm not a big fan of boss rush games, the bosses were probably the best part of this game. Oh, sorry. Everything's still muted. Sorry. The story and the occasional jankiness. Like, I'm sorry, this is Donkey Kong Country. And I know some people are going to take some hackles with that, and I don't care. Because Donkey Kong Country was certainly a good tech demo game, certainly very unique, especially for the time. What it was not was a particularly well-designed game. The collision problems over there are absolutely bonkers, as I've shown multiple times in my life. Give me 1 second, Melkor. I also agree that less story would help this game. We've talked about this before. No story is better than bad story. Pretty much top to bottom. Alright, hang on. So I'm supposed to see if I've unlocked a thing. Actually, nobody really anymore, Pancakes. I had a few people who were complaining about the system when I first started it. Like, years and years ago. And since then, not really. How do I... Nope. There we go. Hey, here we go. So, what are these, Melkor? God, I still have the terrible controls on it. Let's fix that real quick. You know, I like how they gave us this tunnel to go up in, and then they never really repeated that trick. Did you ever notice that? There's plenty of verticality to the stages, but they never actually asked us to go up a tunnel, which would actually take advantage of the wall jumping. Just weird. Absolutely bladeable. And, you know, what's weird about that is when I was younger and less sure of myself, and I'm going to phrase it that way, I had more of an assumption that the problem was with me, that there's just something wrong with me, and that I just don't get anime tropes. I no longer think that. Now, you could say that's arrogance if you prefer, but I like to think of it as actually being willing to make my own opinion on something, instead of assuming automatically that other people's opinions is superior to my own, which is the attitude I used to have. Or not. Oh, it's because I was kneeling, that's why. I'm gonna ask the stupid question, like, what is with these zero stages? Or is this a Mega Man reference straight up? Oh, I see it now. I mean, bullet point syndrome is a problem for a reason, you know. The reason I bang on about that a lot. Yeah, I'm just gonna let the death happen. I accept it. I mean, you are right. I have less tolerance for something like... I'll use a game that has a better story than this. Tales of Arise. Tales of Arise is definitely a game that it definitely has what I would consider bad writing. Whether it's anime or not, it's still something that bothered me, you know? The problem is, I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but to go back to what we were talking about earlier... The big CGI disposable fight at the end of the battle. With a sky beam, you know, two empty people fighting each other, or two equal people fighting each other. I hate that trope in general, but I can think of two examples where I actually legitimately enjoyed scenes where that example worked. Avengers 1 and Avengers Endgame. In both cases, I feel like they did enough work and effort to execute that concept to the point where I was like, yeah, I'm with it. Execution, as usual, matters. Jesus Christ, pancakes. So let me fill out the genre sheet here. Putting this under 2D platformers, of course. Sorry, I didn't mean to give that away. It's just, Jesus Christ. I tend to appreciate little things, too. And that is definitely a thing that... Well, I don't want to say, like, it's just me. That's arrogant as hell. But it is definitely the kind of thing that I tend to feel is not as well liked as, you know, other things in fiction. Not the thing that would be a priority for most people, let's put it that way. Little details, little effort put into making things make sense. I like earning it, you know? I like stories that earn it. If you do a trope and you make me believe it, cool. We actually talked about that, what were we playing? Very recently, we were talking about the all-important... Star Wars Squadrons. The all-important suspension of disbelief. If you earn it, cool. I tend to be with it. Now, I'm trying to talk here. Thank you. So, Cogen Sword of Rewind. Interesting game, to be very clear. -5 to story, which honestly is being carried in many ways by its visual presentation and storytelling, because pretty much everything that people said was a negative. Just the characters and the plot and the writing and the world building and just, oh my god. -5. That is 0.7 negatives per hour and a 30% ratio. Not great. Gameplay is 11 pluses to gameplay. That's honestly not that great either for a 2D platformer. Obviously, that's still a net positive, but to give you a perspective, that would put it at the number 39 slot just for 2D platformers. Gameplay tends to be the bag of 2D platformers, right? I stand by what I said earlier. This feels like a concept game more than a finished game. That's still 1.7 positives per hour and a 68% ratio, giving us our final golden number. Well, I kind of already gave this away because I already said Pancakes won this. 11.43. Net positive, but the story really dragged that down, to be honest. Now, I like to do a test every now and again. What would this game be like if it had no story? That would push it up immediately to about a 50. Just like that. And I stand behind that. And yeah, that's Pancakes who wins it by like 0.07. Which is why I had that reaction to Pancakes' guess earlier. Still, net positive is net positive. And I enjoyed it for what it was worth. Irritation aside. I really think the gameplay would be smoothed over a lot with some better usage of mid-mission checkpointing and fixing the goddamn jump. And honestly... yeah, those two fixes by themselves would smooth over several of these negatives and make the overall play experience a lot better. The lowest scoring Mega Man Zero game. Give me a second. Yeah, Pancakes, maybe use your time traveling powers to make me win the lottery instead of this, if you don't mind. Alright, so the lowest scoring Mega Man Z game we got was Mega Man Zero 1, which got lower than this at a 5.67. Mega Man 1 also scored worse than this. In fact, actually, hang on, just for the curiosity. Here's the 2D platformers that scored worse than this. Mega Man 1, Mega Man Zero 1, Super Mario Advance, Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Brothers 1, Super Mario Brothers Lost Levels, Mega Man X6, Mummy Demastered, and Shantae, the original one on the Game Boy. And, yeah. There's a couple more that scored better. Like, there's this game, Mario Wonder. You ever heard of it? I've been debating that, Melkor Blade, because it has several of the vibes of a punishing platformer, but at the same time, not really. It does... Hang on. It does kind of have the DNA of one, but really, this feels like a mishmash of the three types of platformers that we said right at the beginning. There's bits and pieces of punishing platform, bits and pieces of precision platformer, and bits and pieces of commit platformer. And all three of them depend on what you're doing at any given second. It's very strange. As I said before, I don't think the mishmash works. I think they should have committed to one of the three types and then just focused on that, my opinion. And fix the goddamn jump. Anyways, I do hope you enjoyed Melkor Blade. I hope you enjoyed the anime-ness. And I will go ahead and... I got some stuff to do. I gotta see what's going on with my knees. I gotta switch the laundry. I gotta do the post-stream wrap-up. I probably should take a nap because my throat's just right on the edge of being sick. And I don't want to actually get sick. But then we're going to play Starfield.